Stretching on one of the 7 hills of Istanbul, Topkapi Palace enjoys the sight of the waters that span continents. A city within a city, almost a country. Larger than the Vatican City, half as big as Monaco. Topkapi is the new imperial residence of the Ottomans after they settle in Istanbul. Its construction starts in the second half of the 15th century during the reign of Mehmed the Conqueror, and continues until the second half of the 19th century when Sultan Abdülmecit is in power. If you wonder why, unlike the palaces in Europe, Topkapi is not an edifice that is meant to be constructed according to a prior architectural design. As if it were an ever-growing organism, it expands throughout these 400 years in accordance with the increasing population of the palace. Its population is estimated to have reached as many as 5,000. The imperial walls, high and thick, separate the palace from the rest of Istanbul. Topkapi has a life of its own. It is a palace city. Situated behind the Ahmet III fountain, the Imperial Gate is the outer entrance of this palace city. Beyond the outer courtyard is the Middle Gate, or the Salutation Gate. Away from the eyes of the public, the secluded life of Topkapi takes place behind this gate. The Gate of Bliss is the door leading to the forbidden section of the palace where the Sultan enjoys his private life. Only the Sultan mounted on his horse can pass the threshold of the Gate of Bliss. The Gate of Bliss is also the ceremonial gate of the palace. Sometimes, it is the case that some state matters are discussed impromptu in front of this gate. Important matters, though, are discussed in the Council of State. It looks like the Grand Vizier and the Viziers are holding a meeting. The Sultan listens to them, without interfering, behind a caged window. The Grand Vizier submits the results of the meeting to his sovereign in the audience chamber. Then the Venetian bailo and the Swedish ambassador will be accepted to the presence of His Highness. During all these visits and ceremonies, on which throne will the Sultan be seated, do you think? Maybe the one widely known as the Shah Ismail throne, but which is actually a gift from the Iranian Shah Nadir, or the solid golden sovereign's throne, gleaming with the green tint of the emeralds adorning it. And yet again, he might choose the Sultan Ahmed's throne. These thrones are exhibited in the treasure chamber of the Topkapi Palace today. In addition to an immense collection of many more items that bring the glamorous past of the Ottoman Empire to our day. St. John the Baptist's hand, preserved in a golden case, reaches out from 2,000 years ago. This elegant jade bowl is a gift from the Russian Tsar Nicholas II to Abdul Hamid. Prophet Osman's sword has been lying in its sheath since the 7th century. 2 candlesticks, each weighing 48 kilograms, dazzle us with the diamonds ornamenting them. The baby princes are falling asleep in their cradles laden with pearls. The world-famous 86-carat spoonmaker, Kashikje diamond, is radiating magnificence in its case. And now the sovereign is on his way to visit the harem chamber. The harem is full of commotion. The white eunuchs are in a hurry to set everything ready for the sultan. The queen mother greets her son at the gate, exclaiming, "Welcome, my hero! Welcome, the sultan of all lands! Welcome, the king of the seas!" As the sultan, accompanied with the queen mother, proceeds towards her private chamber, his favorite wives and the concubines retreat to their rooms with their hearts full of anticipation, each hoping that the sultan will choose their company for the night. When, in the largest chamber of the harem, the time comes for the queen mother to withdraw to her nightly retirement, the sultan makes his way to his private bath, where amid the white marble he will find respite from the pressures of governing the empire. Then comes the feast in the splendid dining hall, whose walls are laden with paintings of flowers and fruit. In the course of the night, the sultan's table is vibrating with laughter, songs, and live music. The young princes are fast asleep now, as the dimming lights of the evening blend the motifs on the stained glass with the flower patterns on the chinaware. The fountains in their rooms are turned on one by one. In case they wake up and cry or make noise, the sound of the running water will subside their voices, so the sultan's evening of pleasure will go on uninterrupted. Despite all the efforts to keep Topkapi as a place of uninterrupted pleasure, around the 1800s, the glamour of the palace starts to fade away. When Sultan Abdülmecit moves to Dolmabahce, a newly constructed palace in the European fashion, built by the Bosphorus in the year 1856, Topkapi Palace loses its former popularity, and after housing 24 sultans over a period of 400 years, this palace city is abandoned. Until 1924, with the new Republic of Turkey, it is converted into one of the world's largest and most widely acclaimed museums. Its majestic doors are now open to visitors from all over the world who wish to take in the mysterious and splendid memories of an empire long gone.